Welcome back to the ZeinabK. It's been a little bit of a while, more than a little bit. So many things have happened. Nothing like big events, but just with me personally, positive transformations, and I've just been kind of figuring out, you know, where to kind of focus my attention. But I love my channel, I love my subscribers, and so I didn't want any more time to go past without me giving you guys a new video. Well, the inspiration of this video is my eyebrows, because I looked in the mirror this morning and I was like, Lord have mercy. So we're gonna start with some grooming, and we'll just kind of go from that point and see like what makeup look I'm gonna go with. I don't know, I think I'll probably just kind of chat with you all as I groom myself, and we can kind of decide as we go how our final makeup look will be. So just so you know, I do have a full eyebrow tutorial. I will link it if you click on the eye. I don't know which side it'll be, but the eye in the top corner. I will link my eyebrow tutorial. Normally just use two things, which is my spoolie, and then I have like these mini eyebrow shavers. So I brush it up a little bit, and we're just gonna start cleaning up. I kind of have an idea of where I want to take off. And this is kind of a long process, so I'm kind of gonna just skip through it. But this is just me kind of getting started. Okay. So that is, this one tends to have less hair. I don't know if you can notice, but like here I have a little bit of a gap. So that's why filling in is important. I know even if you want a really natural brow, we have some gaps in the hair distribution, sometimes in our eyebrows. So that's why even if you have a full brow, using a pencil kind of helps fill it in. So as for my recent life changes, let's see. How did 2016 go? 2016 was pretty awesome. I launched this channel, which was great. And then after I launched the channel, I kind of decided that I really needed to fully commit myself to a healthier lifestyle, just for various reasons. One, because I'm in my 30s, and you know, as I get older, you know, I want to be able to still have the physical abilities that I had when I was younger. And you know, I'm also in a stage where I'm going to be having kids soon, so you know, just for my reproductive health, I wanted to, you know, just be healthier. So really quickly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use this scissor and just kind of cut off some of the spare hairs at the top. So yeah, so I've lost about, I want to say 25 pounds, but the thing that's tricky about it is that I've been trying to gain muscle, because my ultimate goal is to get my body fat percentage down to under 20%. And so muscle does way more than fat, I believe. So my weight is a little bit, I'm not 100% sure what my weight is. And I'll admit I was kind of stuck on the scale, the number, and that was frustrating for me, because I was like, how come I'm not making progress? But the reality is that I was. It's just that my body composition was changing and the scale wasn't. So I actually just got so frustrated, I told my husband, please hide the scale for me, because this is really making me go crazy, you know? So I actually have been continuing my weight loss journey without a scale for the last month or so, and it's been kind of weird, but I like it because I feel more free. Yeah, so anyway, I'm done with my eyebrows, so now I'm gonna go ahead and fill them in. So yeah, back to my weight loss journey. A couple of things that have helped for me is that I've been doing something called calorie cycling. Oh, I'm counting calories. Let's say your daily calorie goal is like 1,400 calories. Well, instead of just eating only 1,400 calories a day, what you do is you eat, you cycle it. So one day you'll eat 12, but then another day you'll eat 16, and then another day you'll eat 14. And that kind of allows your metabolism not to get, what's the word I'm looking for? It keeps your metabolism from plateauing, I guess, because you're always tricking it, your body. So I like that because for me, it allows me to have a cheat day in some aspect, and typically the days that I eat the higher calories is the days that I will do a more strenuous workout. And I try to work out about 4 days a week. When I'm really trying to push myself, I'll do 5, but I don't have a car, I commute, so I do a lot of walking. So I don't include that as my workout, but I do include it as part of, like, you know, exercise, you know, because I try to keep a steady pace and stuff like that. I'm gonna kind of cut through this since I already have a eyebrow tutorial, so when I come back I'll have these done. Okay, so as you can see, my eyebrows are done. While I was doing my eyebrows, I was kind of researching like what kind of look would I want to do. So I actually have a look that I did sometime last fall, I can't remember. It was this really pretty like brown, like simple brown look. So I'll put a picture of the look in here so you can see. I'm gonna try and duplicate that. It's been a while since I've done it, so I don't remember everything that I did, but we'll see how it goes. And I'm gonna use 2 palettes. I'm using the Jackie Aina J Glow palette from e.l.f. Sorry, it's a little dirty. And I'm gonna use this brown, mostly that brown, and then I have my go-to Makeup Geek palette, and I'll probably use some of these colors here. So yeah, so kind of back to what I was talking about with the whole weight loss and everything. That was pretty much the bulk of 2016 for me, was just really kind of developing like habits and routines around that. And it's been hard, like I've had to constantly revamp it, and I can kind of do a separate video on that maybe sometime, just to kind of talk about what that journey has been like for me. But I'm glad that I did it, because I feel so much better and so much more healthy, and you know, etc. So I took the 2 dark brown colors, the one from the J Glow palette, and then this is, I think, Embark from MAC, and I just mix it together. And I'm just going to put it in the lower part of my lid, and you can see I already primed my lid. And I'm not going to go up, I'm going to go right underneath, right where the my brow bone meets my crease. So just a little bit up. Yeah, so yeah, working out. So 2017, what do I have to look forward to for 2017? Well, still the weight loss. I've set a few goals. I'm really into like life and coaching, and I've helped a few people over the years, because I do have a master's in counseling, specifically working with in the university system, and so I kind of want to continue to do that, and then expand that maybe into the work I've been doing on myself health-wise, and maybe consider being a personal trainer. It's a ambitious goal, but I feel like I could do it because I really like helping people. So yeah, so that's one goal for 2017. Another goal is obviously with YouTube, well, not obviously, but with my YouTube, to really just get more consistent with it. I've struggled with that, and we can kind of talk about why that is. I think really it's something new, and I'm pretty much a very structured person, and not to say that YouTube doesn't have structure, but I think that for me it's just been one of those things that, I'm getting a new brush, so sorry about the noise. It's just been one of those things that I feel like, you know, it's scary, and you don't know how people are going to approach you, and so I guess I kind of was hiding a little bit. But you know, I realized that, you know, everybody starts somewhere, and you can't psych yourself out because of all of the lies you may tell yourself, you know. I'm going to kind of create some transition. So I'm going to use Cocoa Bear by Makeup Geek and probably mix that with a little bit of a sketch of Embark and go like above the where my brow bone is a little bit to just kind of create some transition. And I might add in a little bit of this orange. This is Morocco from Makeup Geek. Okay, so yeah, I just learning how to not psych myself out and talk myself out of doing things. I do that a lot, and I've come to terms with the fact that I think, like most people, I have a fear, not of failure, but a fear of success. And you know, I've always been a believer that the first step to dealing with your fears is accepting that they exist, you know, and calling them out for what they are. So I feel like I'm in a good place in that I know that I have that fear, and so it helps me to kind of push through it, you know. So this looks a little orange right now, but once I'm done blending and everything, it'll kind of even out. And sorry if the light is shifting. Like, I thought that it was like an overcast because it's been snowing here like every day, but I don't know, I guess I was wrong. I don't know. I should go outside because it's really beautiful, but the thing about living here is that even though it may be sunny, it'll be like cold as God knows what. So then you're like, oh, just kidding, and you want to go back in. You know, I have goals with YouTube, continuing my makeup, and I want to kind of do something where I expand into more of like a minimalist type makeup look. And the reason why I want to do that is because I watched this documentary called Minimalism. It's on Netflix if you have Netflix, and it's just about like reducing the excess clutter that we have in our lives. And it's not just like physical things, it's also like mental things as well. Real quick, I'm going to be using this color under my brow bone. I think this is what I use, but if not, I'll just go back and fix it. But anyway, the movie talks about, you know, how do we find peace in our lives and happiness in our lives, especially in a time when we're really oversaturated with just so many messages and consumerism and the like. And it really appealed to me because I've never really been one to be somebody who stays like, who's materialistic in terms of like having a lot of things. Like, I like a lot of things, but I'm not like emotionally attached to the things that I have. And so I was just like, man, I really need to embrace this, because I feel like, especially in my apartment, like when things are really cluttered, I feel so overwhelmed and it gives me anxiety. So how that goes to my makeup is that I realized, just looking back at some of the makeup looks that I did, I definitely have done things with color and that are vibrant, but I'm really like somebody who just like simple, like mostly nudes or earth tone type looks, something like a minimalist type approach in terms of makeup. And so, you know, how great would it be to, you know, do more makeup looks like that? You know, I'm not going to abandon when I do color and stuff like that, but I just thought that that would be fun. And I've also been like doing like cleaning up my apartment and doing more stuff in my apartment. So I'm going to do some videos on that. I actually filmed it, like the transformation of minimalizing my apartment and so on and so forth. Sorry about the noise in the background. Like I said, because I'm in Montreal and it snows a lot, like they're plowing the snow, so it's just going to be loud. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this dark brown eyeliner and I'm going to line my eyes. And if I recall, I actually smudged this out because this look I used with lashes. I just zoomed in a little bit so that you can see a little bit better. Oh, what's on my face? Okay. I'm going to use this gold color and I'm just going to press it over my lid. Just put a little on my finger, just go across. the lid. Not too much, just a little bit. Yeah, so I'm hoping that, you know, one of the big things that I'm hoping that, you know, embracing like a minimalist lifestyle is that it will help me to feel less anxious about certain things, because sometimes I do deal with a little bit of, I think normal anxiety is not anything where I feel like I need like professional help. But you know, I just look around my apartment, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna go crazy, there's so much stuff. And so just, it allows me to have a clearer, you know, space mentally, you know. Okay, and that's pretty much the gist of it. It's like really simple. Now I'm gonna do my foundation. Can you see I get it, can you see I can